News from the future. News from Zimbabwe.
I love Zimbabwe.
MP search. Channel found. Linking. MP Hive. Z36.4. My levels loading. Please wait.
Good evening. This is the main news read by Tandiwe Dube. We are coming to you live from Lusape Studios. On the news tonight, Brett Matiba speaks on maize production this year in Zimbabwe. Residents of Zvishavane and Barengwa experience massive housing development boost. The Zim dollar goes up on the EFI Stock Exchange Index. Zimbabwe to acquire new planes for the national airline fleet. The president of the Zimbabwe's Farmers Union, Brett Matiba, has spoken on the maize crop. He said that the maize crop is doing well this year thanks to the advances in seed production. The Marange Plant Research Facility is world-renowned for its spearheading research in seed production. Their research has caused a great revolution in farming over the past 10 years worldwide. We are just crossing over to our correspondent Keshil Kotri in Goromonzi to hear more about the research facility.
Hi, I'm Keshil Kotri reporting to you from Mazunga for Zimbabwe News 24+. Zimbabwe is fast becoming a world-renowned producer of quality seeds with the help of the Marange Research Center. The research facility is acclaimed in the science community for its innovations in farming. Marange Research is now a place known well globally and a force to reckon with. Farming in Zimbabwe and the neighboring southern parts of Africa has truly been revolutionized with these breakthroughs in seed research. The particular specialty in all the seeds produced at this research facility is the maize seed, which has produced crop that sustains Africa and most parts of the world at large. Brett Matiba and his team of scientists are doing an amazing job at Marimani and have won many awards, including the Kavat Mangiti Award of Excellence in Science in Africa. Farming has become so easy and pain-free, with many overheads of finances in farming being reduced to almost nothing. The Marange Research Facility uses very advanced software architecture based on the Octopus Retin mainframe. This mainframe is a mother subroutine within the MP Hive. The Octopus Retin maintains and protects the sensitivity of the MP Hive to architecture. The research facility utilizes the Octopus Retin functionality for research purposes and mathematical simulations. It achieves this by running the downtime event interrupts, which mostly rely on the facility's liquid processors for logical analysis of data. Much work and many strides have been made here at this facility due to this very advanced setup, incorporating sulfuric methide blade resin displays for the graphic user interface. Today I am here outside the Marange Research Facility and tried to get a hold of Brett to speak to him. He was not available for an interview, and his team were not keen to speak to me as they said that the work they do is top secret and classified. The team as a whole said that they appreciate the warm messages coming from the whole of Southern Africa in showing appreciation for all their efforts in producing better seeds each time. I will try to find someone I can speak to face if possible, just so that I can ask some questions. I really would have liked to speak though to Brett and quiz him on the recent purported scandal surrounding him and his finances, to hear from him why he maintains his innocence. He says that the issue was all made up by people in the science community who attempted to frame him with a crime to discredit him and tarnish his name. I don't know what to make of this until I speak to him in person. Anyway, that is all I have to say on the matter, and that's all on the Marange facility. Over to you, Tandi. This is Keshil out, and see you next time.
We spoke to Brett earlier and he said that he is glad that the people in the research station are doing a splendid job. He said that his research team are making sure they stay ahead of the game in seed and plant research. Brett added that all financial resources are being put to good use. He ended saying that this has paid off very well and that more research will continue. In other news, residents of Zimbabwe and Marange been rushing to buy homes built by the property developer Dubs Construction Limited. People are very excited in the houses because these are very posh houses. People are spending upwards from $5 million in total buying at least 4 plots of land for homes. It is reported that the property developer has already built about 300,000 homes in total and that they have sold out. Other property developers are jumping on the bandwagon as the housing market is booming in a lot of places in the nation of Zimbabwe. A lot of development has been taking place in the west and east parts of Zimbabwe. Many people have been renovating their homes due to the rise in the number of billionaires in Zimbabwe. I will now cross over to our correspondent Tapeli over the phone. Hi Tapeli.
Hi Candy, how is the weather there in Rusape?
The weather is fine here. What about you guys?
The weather here in Marange is hot with people being advised to take plenty of fluids. But enough of that. I take it you would like an update of the situation here with the housing developments.
Yes please. What is happening there Tapeli? Is there a lot of construction taking place?
Well, the homes are being built at a very fast rate by Dubs Homes. And these guys are not playing games. I hear they want to finish 500 homes in 1 week. It is a big job that Debs has taken on, but he is doing it. The people here are very excited due to these developments. My gosh, the quality of these homes is just breathtakingly amazing. There are homes of all shapes and sizes being built, and people are buying them fast. It is a very good time to be living in Marange and the surrounding parts. But I know that this project is already being rolled out countrywide.
Wow, that is so amazing and I am happy for people there in your area. I will have to come there sometime and see it for myself. Thank you Tapeli for that update. I will speak to you another time. Take care.
You too, Tandy.
50 homes a day are being built and there is a push to meet the 6-month schedule agreed to between Dubs Construction and the local stakeholders. It is a monumental task that has been undertaken, but Joshi Hassan is confident that his company will deliver quality homes in the next 6 months. His accountants have been surprised that most of their clients are not taking mortgages. They instead are just paying cash in the millions of dollars for the homes. In other news, the Zimbabwean dollar has increased in value on the EFI index. It has gone up significantly in value, trading at 10.49 to the US dollar. Financial analysts are quite excited with what is happening in the stock market. There has been a third release of new trading commodities in Zimbabwe. This has been due to the discovery of certain metals being gradium and nodium version 4 in the valleys of Zvimba. These two minerals were discovered in this part of Zimbabwe. Mining is currently ongoing for these two very rare mineral ores which have made the nation very rich. We will talk about the discovery of these new metals later in the discussion segment with our minerals expert Jason Mapranga. The skies of Zimbabwe are about to change for the better with announcements from the Aviation Ministry of new airports. It is said that there are going to be multi-million-dollar renovations of some airports. The need arose from the fact that air traffic was very busy at all major airports at most times of the day. The Minister of Transport has announced that his department will set aside about $2 trillion to renovate or build new airports. A further $400 trillion has been set aside for the purchasing of new aeroplanes. There are reports that Zimbabwe is planning to purchase new planes to replace the old Boeing A380s planes that have been in service for some time. Zimbabwe is looking to acquire the all-new 80,000 series CDS planes, which are faster and more economical. The renovations of the airports is a timely event with this in mind of purchasing new planes for the nation of Zimbabwe. People all across the country are excited with this new development even though the current planes are still in very good condition. The total national airline fleet at present comes to a total of 4,000 planes, and these are valued at a total of $300 trillion United States dollars. The old fleet will be put up for sale in the next few months. There are a few countries that have shown interest in buying part or all of the fleet of planes. Their names are not yet to be disclosed at this point as advised by the Ministry of Transport and Aviation as talks are still ongoing. We will now cross over to Tafaraperto for a more in-depth look at the CDS planes.
Hi, welcome to our special segment of the Tech Report, and I'm your editor, Tafara Peto. Today I am very happy to present and speak to you about the new CDS planes that are to be purchased by Zimbabwe Air. This is to replace the A380 planes that we currently have as a fleet for the national airline. This is a really big deal for the nation of Zimbabwe, so we thought it is important for our viewers to know where their money or on what their money is being spent on. We spoke to all stakeholders to get as much information as is possible, and we have compiled information which I will present in this segment of the news. Please note that as the CDS planes are still in production to order for Zimbabwe, we were not given permission to show the full look of the plane, hence you will only see a one-color block image of the planes. The two planes in question are the CDS plane and the A380. This is courtesy of Zimbabwe Air. Now, the CDS planes are significantly larger than the A380 planes and thus have taken their place in the superclass group of planes. As you can see in the 3D illustration, currently only Belgium is the only other country to have these super planes in their fleet. The CDS plane is a super carrier plane with Blue Sonic and has a totally new design for a passenger airline. The designs were adopted from Richard Mink's designs based in Mexico. The manufacturer of the CDS plane, Gravos Aviation, said that they purposely made these planes huge, making them approximately 4 times the size of the extended version of the A380 Airbus. This means that the plane can carry a payload of about 4 tons of weight comfortably and without breaking a sweat. The reason for this is the sheer size of the plane, hence turbulence is now a thing of the past. The plane's entire fuselage is filled with an anti-gravity stabilization system, which primarily relies on the liquid gravity stabilizers developed by the Congolese scientists. This liquid gravity system is made up of a gel that surrounds all the decks that carry the flats with passengers within the plane. Each CDS plane has a maximum of 10 decks, each with a capacity of being able to carry 200 flats. Thus the whole plane can carry a maximum of 1,800 flats, which is a very heavy weight for a plane to carry. 6 of the decks are for the flats of passengers. The rest of the 4 decks are for hotels and accommodation for the flight crew. In this space there is also the flight cabin area and other facilities for passenger consumption like a gym and swimming pool, and a few others. When the plane is on the ground, the liquid gravity gel is rock solid and conforms to the setting in which there is a clever tube network. This network is there to allow movement between flats, decks and the entire plane. The gel is in semi-solid state during flight to still allow for movement around the plane, but soft enough to absorb the plane shaking due to turbulence to make for a very smooth flight for passengers and flight crew. The CDS plane, being 4 times bigger than an A380 plane, is surprisingly quiet for its size and comes with one single AVX engine with an Ion 5 drive. The AVX is not a combustion engine but rather works using the fuel displacement and deflection system to drive the engine at Blue Sonic speeds. The AVX engine is a single engine made up of 5 smaller engines combined, to allow the thrust produced to be equivalent to 400 times that which is produced by a space rocket engine. The AVX engine comes with much greater efficiency and allows for the plane to cut travel times by 50%. We will now take a short break. Thank you. Welcome back to this segment of the news. I'm your editor, Tafara Peto. We will now continue with more information about the CDS planes. The CDS comes with a few safety features which makes it stand out from all other planes entirely. Thanks to the Congolese liquid gravity stabilization system, the plane offers 100% safety when it comes to sudden engine failure and imminent crash landing. The onboard AI kicks in to activate the crash landing procedure to minimize injuries incurred by passengers and crew on impact with the ground or water. When the plane is nosediving to crash due to engine failure, the gel goes semi-solid and the onboard computer system, which has layers of backup power, does its best to compensate in calculating a stability angle for the decks every nanosecond, trying to keep them as horizontal as possible. This of course is very limited, but the liquid gravity gel has an amazing feature which is that of its tensile strength. The gel has a tensile strength of 1000 times that of a diamond, making it almost indestructible. Gone are the days of people dying in plane crashes. The plane on impact with the ground or sea or any object on the ground goes rock solid, absolutely giving protection to the passengers and flight crew. In water, the CDS plane is very buoyant, thus allowing for the plane to float with ease in water despite its sheer weight. Another safety feature it comes with is the anti-hijack security system. This system is controlled by the plane's onboard AI, which monitors the whole plane. This is done through a huge network of cameras embedded in the plane's fabric in every deck and in every flat. The AI activates in situations when it sees an attempt to hijack the plane, or in the case of people fighting, or some form of trouble between people taking place. The plane automatically goes into system-wide lockdown, preventing movement between decks and flats. It will then plot a route to the nearest airport and fly the plane to that location, safely landing it and ensuring that law officials, such as the police, are on standby to arrest the troublemakers. On landing, the air relinquishes control of the plane to the airport's hub, rendering the flight crew powerless to make the plane take off. The anti-hijack system also comes with a hidden anti-air missile armor. This is for when the plane is hit with a missile or there is collision with another plane or something similar. The anti-gravity gel protects the fuselage from breaking apart due to its very high tensile strength. Crash land procedures, as mentioned above, are activated if the engines are damaged in the process. We will now take a short break to hear from our sponsors. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joshi Hassan and I am the CEO of Dubs Construction Limited. I have been in the construction business for a while now. My team and I aim always to bring quality homes to our valued customers. We have taken on a huge contract all across Zimbabwe and have started in Zavishavane on the construction of homes. People have been buying our highly affordable homes, with most plots that we service for building a home selling out almost immediately. We have a huge selection of home designs totaling 400, and of the 10 most popular designs we have 2 that are currently selling out. The Everdale home design is a beautiful home that is set on 2.5 acres of land, though the whole design has 10 variations that the customer can choose from. This home has a total of 15 rooms, which are inclusive of bathrooms, living rooms and kitchens. This huge home is set on 4 floors or levels and is very spacious in design. A swimming pool, gym and triple garage come as standard, together with a multimedia network hub of the whole house. Optional AI security system is available and Ubuntu burglar gum deterrent. This home with the basics has price starting at $5 million. The Tiripo Plaza home is the other popular design, which boasts elegance and a grand type of look. It is a much bigger home than the Everdale home and has more or less the number of rooms. The Tiripo home has rooms that are more spacious than the Everdale home design. This home also comes with the standard features expected for a house of this caliber, including things like a tennis court, a swimming pool, 2 large triple garages, some extra outbuildings like a small workshop or storage building, a custom-built vegetable garden, and many other options that I can't go through. Prices for this home are starting at $7.5 million. Come to one of our offices in Zavishavane. Speak to our very friendly staff for assistance and get yourself a beautiful home built by Dubs Construction Limited. Our headquarters in Zimbabwe is in the central business district of the great city of Harare. Dubs Construction, making our neighborhoods and cities great, one home at a time.
Welcome back to this segment of the news. I'm your editor, Tafara Peto. Now we continue with the information on the flats inside the CDS planes. The CDS plane comes with these flats, which are the lap of luxury in air travel. These flats are passenger accommodation for the duration of the flight. Passengers are free to move around the plane to use the gym, pool, or go into one of the 4 shopping malls to buy things. Each flat is very spacious and comes with 3 recliner seats and a king-size triple cover mattress bed. The flats are customizable to a degree to allow for passengers with children or disabled passengers to benefit from the comfort and luxury of these flats. Each flat can carry a maximum of 10 people, but 3 people with children on top at most is the default recommendation. These flats are made using only the best and highest quality materials for furnishing living quarters. The walls have been finely decorated using mahogany leather. The decoration of the walls was overseen by Francia Mendez, based in Argentina, who is an acclaimed and renowned interior home designer. The walls are impact sensitive to reduce injury if someone were to bump on them at high speed. For example, a fall. The walls go semi-solid when a high-speed object approaches them, and with the help of cameras and the onboard AI, the walls know when someone is approaching them fast. The carpet for the flooring has micro-grip technology to reduce the likelihood of people sliding when the plane is in mid-flight. These flats come with a ton of in-flight entertainment to make one feel like they have never at all left their living room. The entire alt-wing wall of the flat is covered by a 300-inch flat-screen TV from VH Bosch Limited, and this is an exceptional piece of tech. This TV has a very high resolution to give unbelievable picture quality. It comes with 4K resolution, which is about 50 times sharper than the old acclaimed 16K resolution. The entertainment system comes with 2 main operating modes. These 2 modes are camera mode and user mode. In camera mode, the Bosch TV is turned into a window, which allows the passengers in the flat to see the outside of the plane from different switchable cameras, to see where the plane is, or where the plane is flying over. This mode is very limited in functionality as it is just a basic camera, but it gives high-resolution imagery and also some impressive zoom capabilities. Passengers can zoom to the point of being able to see people, animals, trees or cars on the ground while in flight. The second mode is the one which I think will be more popular with people. In user mode, there is the full range of entertainment options that come with the VH Bosch system. The TV comes with a powerhouse sound system running at 2000 watts, thus giving impressive sound quality with a heavy bass. For those worried about making noise for others in flight, well, the liquid gravity gel has you covered. The gel has a property of having high levels of a dampening field which completely cancels sound emanating from flats. It uses the Alto Sigma single at 5 kHz of G sound power. So if you are a group who want to party all the way to your holiday or destination, playing music loud, then this is absolutely allowed in the self-contained flats. We will now take a short break and we'll be back with you shortly. Thank you. Welcome back to this segment of the news. I'm your editor, Tafara Peto. We are still looking at the flats within the CDS plane decks. The flats come with floor facilities such as tables, bathroom and a fully stocked kitchen. The floor facilities came from a concept developed by a Sudanese engineer and artist by the name Amani Hantiba. This concept is very clever because it takes space saving to a whole new level. Amani wanted to have 2 homes in one and have it efficiently set up. So all the stuff that is not required is in the floor, and will only come up when required by the use of hydraulics and actuators to reconfigure the room. It is quite impressive indeed. So passengers can pre-order pre-cooked meals from a multitude of different cuisines to munch on during the flight. For those who are allergic to kitchens and cooking, the kitchen has a robot hand chef to serve those who shy away from such activities to keep the flight experience exciting. The seats are leather and come with ultimate comfort in the form of massage and recliner options, for added travel comfort. To finish off, the CDS plane comes with a very unusual feature which has now become one of the most talked about issues, even beating the current trending controversy surrounding Wasu and his illegal copper smuggling ring. This unusual property is the vertical takeoff concept, which is not a new concept. Vertical takeoff is an unusual feature which has divided camps within the plane enthusiast community, and even general members of the public in Zimbabwe. The Molonga poll has shown that 45% of Zimbabweans are not in support of vertical takeoff, 10% are unsure, and 45% love the idea of vertical takeoff. We will look at this in more detail as these planes are a major investment that our beloved country is about to take. So it is important that the voices of the people and their concerns be heard and noted. Vertical takeoff is not entirely vertical to the strictest extent, but can be described more or less as rapid angular takeoff or landing. The plane's fuselage on the CDS plane has 10 decks which move according to the plane's angle to keep the decks as horizontal as possible, thanks to the flexible liquid gravity gel which allows for compensative algorithmic leveling, much to the comfort of the onboard passengers. The AVX engine configuration is the main workhorse to drive the CDS beast off the ground, at an almost vertical angle by driving the 5 engines to blue sonic speed through exponential speed stepping, which is too complicated for me to explain to you in these few minutes. So in other words, vertical takeoff takes only a few seconds, possibly at most 15 seconds, to get the plane thousands of feet above the ground, with utmost safety involved. The manufacturers of the CDS plane have assured people that vertical takeoff is entirely safe, even though it is a fairly new concept to be used on this scale. A spokesman from the Belgium company said that the CDS plane development and testing has been carried out for over 25 years. I am sure that we are all looking forward to seeing these planes finally landing in Zimbabwe. So until next time, or if there is more breaking news on this, I will see you again. We can now cross over to Tandy on the main news. Have a good night.
Thank you for joining us tonight on the news. I wish you a very good night and I will see you again on Wednesday at the same time. Goodbye.